Good morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us this morning. If you're watching us live on Facebook, thank you for that. And if you are watching us elsewhere, we do upload these shows to www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. We have audio and video versions there for you to check out. Appreciate you watching this morning. It is July 2nd. 2 days away from July 4th, that wonderful holiday. We will not have a show tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. No show tomorrow, July 3rd, Friday. We will be back in the booth Monday, July 6th. So we appreciate you guys' patience on that. Getting into your traffic this morning, minor delays on 64 heading into Central. Your on-ramps on I-12 are having a little bit of delay, but I-12 is flowing, so a pretty good day today in terms of traffic. I-12 usually sets the tone for everybody else. Some delays at 190 and 447 as well as Jubin, so get ready for that. However, 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190 in Denham Springs looking relatively clear. Traffic flowing through that area, so that's good for you commuters heading into Baton Rouge. Right now, you're only looking at minor delays getting to work this morning. Good morning, Miss Jan. Thank you for that. It's currently 78 degrees. 93 degrees is your high today. 76 your overnight low. Going to be mostly cloudy. There was some expectation of some rain today. That has been pushed to tomorrow. Going to rain through the weekend. Hopefully not too bad on Saturday. Everybody will be able to find a little bit of sunshine to get outside. But as of right now, going to be mostly sunny today with some cloud cover. Again, 78 degrees. Your current temperature, 93. Your high today, 76, your overnight low. So starting to get warmer and warmer and warmer. It is summertime. The Denham Springs Main Street received their accreditation for the 2020 year. This is the top tier of accreditation for any main street in America. City of Denham Springs was one of 23 in the state and one of about 800 nationwide. So congratulations to the Denham Springs Main Street. In order to acquire this accreditation, you have to show that you are continually trying to revitalize your downtown area as well as promoting commerce, foot traffic, that sort of thing. So you're kind of coming together to build a community center, and that is what the City of Denham Springs is doing, especially with City Hall moving to the area, getting renovated. They're going to be working on a lot of that downtown area, trying to landscape it. So again, congratulations to the City of Denham Springs. Graduations are wrapping up tonight. These seniors the school board has found a way to recognize these seniors. The graduations have been a little different, very interesting, but these kids were able to graduate and graduate together. And for the most part, everybody has avoided the weather. It was a little stormy the night of the Holden and Live Oak graduations, but Holden was inside. They got it in after getting a little wet running inside. And Live Oak waited until later, waited out the rain. And now everybody has graduated as of tonight. So congratulations to those seniors. Hopefully we do not have to do something like this next year. Getting into your novel coronavirus statistics real quick, I want to talk about these mitigation efforts. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds or more. Disinfect common surfaces at home and at the office. Wear a mask in public if at all possible. Don't touch your face, my favorite one. Control your cough and sneezing with your elbow or a tissue. Your elbow, not somebody else's elbow. So please remember, control your cough and sneezing with your elbow or a tissue, not somebody else's elbow. 6 feet or more of distance between yourself and others in public. 25 or less to a gathering, preferably less. And stay home if you're sick, and utilize telehealth to get in touch with your doctor, and try to stay home to work if at all possible. Getting into your coronavirus statistics, 60,178 cases, 3,130 deaths. 43,026 have recovered, 751,000 tests. So we continue to ramp up that testing ability, much more available, especially statewide. So it's good. It's a lot easier to get that test done. 799 hospitalized on 84 ventilators. Yesterday we were expecting a governor's press conference, but we weren't expecting what came before it. Mayor Broom of East Baton Rouge Parish, or Mayor President, I guess you can say, Mayor of Baton Rouge, Mayor President of East Baton Rouge Parish, came out and implemented a mask rule wherein masks would be required inside businesses and public gathering places inside East Baton Rouge Parish. Now, not long after that, the mayors of Zachary and Central came out and said that rule would not apply to those areas. So if you are in Zachary or Central, it is not necessarily required. to enter a business or public gathering place with a mask. But everywhere else in East Baton Rouge Parish or inside the city limits of Baton Rouge, you must wear a mask when entering a public gathering place or a business. Now, according to Mayor Broom, they are going to be issuing citations for those who are not wearing masks. Didn't go into details of how they would enforce that, but that is something that she brought up yesterday during her press conference, which was just before Governor John Bel Edwards. According to the governor, he said that he is not yet considering moving the state backwards. He just implores people to be a good neighbor and to wear a mask, but we're not quite there yet. He's also not going to do any kind of statewide mandatory mask requirement. As of right now, he's hoping that individual political districts that are having trouble with COVID-19 would take those steps themselves. Of course, anything that's more strict than his requirements at a local level would supersede the things that he has passed. So as of right now, no mask requirements statewide, as the governor hopes, and I do apologize for that little bit of lag right there, folks, as the governor hopes that people will, in fact, I guess you can say, take it upon themselves to wear masks and be a good neighbor. Again, the governor warned folks, citizens of Louisiana, about the upcoming 4th of July holiday. Of course, we've had a rough June due to Memorial Day, and then these protests. You have to remember a 10 to 14 day incubation period, then you start to show symptoms, and then in a lot of cases it takes another couple of days before people present at the hospital. So you're looking at anywhere from a 10 to 20 day lag before the cases might hit, but before those hospitalizations hit, you're looking at a 10 to 20 day lag. As we noticed, 799 hospitalized. So we continue to ratchet back up. Again, the state at its worst was over 2,000 hospitalizations. So there's still a little bit of a buffer. There's still a lot of room. We did come down in May. We're erasing a lot of our gains in June already. So please try to remember to be careful on this 4th of July weekend. Be safe. Remember some of these mitigation efforts. You can still go out to the pool. You can still barbecue. You can still do those things. Just try to remember, especially if you're in a large gathering, try to wear a mask. I know it's hot. I put mine on everywhere I go, and going in and out of the grocery store yesterday was awful, but I do it. So please try to wear a mask. Please try to social distance when you are in public. Please try to be careful this weekend for 4th of July. And of course, that also goes for things like drinking and driving and just being physically safe. Don't drink and drive, and please try to be physically safe, especially if you're doing something like tubing or something out, jumping off a huge ledge into the Amite River. Try to be careful, please. Please be careful over this holiday weekend. Tuesday, in the governor's wrap-up, he did discuss a bill by Representative Buddy Mincy Jr., our very own representative, or one of them from Livingston Parish, that was discussing, and we kind of finally got some details, reducing the responsibility or the chance for litigation against schools should they reopen and faculty or a student contracts COVID-19. Now, one of the late game additions to this bill, which was passed, by the way, and signed by the governor, was that the College Board or Board of Universities, as well as the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, which is BESE, would have to come up with protocols and rules for each individual school district. The problem is without some sort of blanket overlay of saying, okay, if somebody at these schools contracts COVID-19, we are free of liability because we had to reopen, or individuals, chose to send their kids to school. One of the things that they discussed is, well, if they aren't following those rules that either the Board of Universities or the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education set, then that still sets the state up for liability and for a lawsuit. However, again, that bill still passed. That was HB 59, if you want to go look at the details of that. That stands for House Bill 59, if you didn't know. But it did pass in the final hours of the special session. So we're going to see exactly how that works and what kind of implementation we get. We do expect sometime over the next couple of weeks to get some word on what's going to go on with schools this fall. As of right now, there has been no change to statements. School is going to start this fall as intended, but that could change, especially if we continue to see cases spiking. So as of right now, we are looking for answers just like everyone else. I'm looking for answers. I have 2 kids in the system. So we are waiting patiently, trying to figure out exactly, and I know the school board's working through it. Of course, the CDC issued guidelines for school reopenings that were then passed to the Louisiana Department of Education. They released their own guidelines, which are tough and strict. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Livingston Parish School Board does with those items. Again, as soon as we have that information, we will pass it along to y'all. Good morning, Miss Margaret. Last but certainly not least, an interesting report came out on Wednesday. Actually, the report was released Tuesday. It was reported upon Wednesday after it was analyzed. That said 68% of Americans fared better on unemployment than they did if they were employed. That's 68% of eligible American workers. Of course, the CARES Act provided an extra $600 a week for these individuals. That runs out July 31st. So, of course, there was a boost to unemployment. It was pretty significant. Anybody who made less than $50,000 was extremely benefited by the unemployment. And, of course, that has caused problems in some areas where folks are, I'm not really ready to come back to work. I'm worried about coming back to work. I have family members at home that are high risk and I have nowhere else to go, so I can't come back to work. That sort of thing. And there's a lot of concern and contention about whether or not these folks really can come back to work or whether or not they're trying to stay on unemployment because it is a better financial stream for them at this time. So it's going to be interesting to see how they treat possibly extending those unemployment benefits. Of course, the state of Louisiana has said once they reach certain milestones in the trust fund for unemployment, they will have to lower that benefit. So it'll be interesting to see if the federal government extends unemployment benefits, but maybe lowers the number. Time will tell. Of course, we still have 4 weeks left, the entirety of July, really almost 5, before that gets cut off. So we'll keep an eye on that for you guys. Actually, it is going to be about 4 weeks. We are here at the end of the week. Do apologize again for that little bit of lag that went through. Again, that was $600 a week that was added in unemployment benefits. Getting back into those mitigation efforts real quick, and please try to remember these over the next couple of days, especially through the 4th of July holiday. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds or more. Disinfect common surfaces at home and at the office. Wear a mask in public if at all possible. Don't touch your face, my favorite one. Control your cough and your sneezing with your elbow or a tissue. Don't use somebody else's elbow. 6 feet or more of distance between yourself and others, especially, in public. 25 or less to a gathering. And stay home if you're sick and utilize telehealth to get in touch with your doctor. Please remember your coronavirus statistics. 60,178 cases, 3,130 deaths, 43,026 have recovered on 751,000 tests. So that testing is very much available, very much expanded. Please try to take advantage of it if you are feeling sick. 799 are hospitalized on 84 ventilators. I want to remind you folks of this traffic. Minor delays on 64 heading into Central. Your on-ramps are a little clogged, but I-12 is flowing. There's also minor delays at 4H Club Road, River Road, and 190. So looking at pretty good traffic flow for those gateways into Baton Rouge, so not a bad commute this morning. There are some delays at 190 at 447 as well as Jubin, so please be prepared for that. It's currently 78 degrees, 93 degrees is your high today, 76 your overnight low. Going to be mostly cloudy today with some sunshine. They were expecting some rain that has been moved to tomorrow. Unfortunately, it does look like it's going to rain through the weekend, although we are hoping for some sunshine on July 4th. That would be this Saturday. I want to remind folks, please remember, be careful this weekend, even if you're not really worried about COVID. Just try to be careful. Don't drink and drive. And please be safe in and around the pool or whatever body of water you decide to get around, or even if you're just in your backyard. Try to be careful and be safe this 4th of July weekend. One last time, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us this morning for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. Please remember, we're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print on Thursdays at $7 a month. We are also online, www.livingstonparishnews.com. We have a free podcast page, a free coronavirus page, and we also have a free breaking news page, which has national news as well as legislative news for you to check out. Excuse me. I want to remind folks this is our last show for the week. We will be back in the booth Monday, July 6th, but we will not be here tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd. Hope you guys have a great holiday. Do appreciate you joining us today, and we hope you have a great day.